The Guardians play their game in about 2 hours and 45 minutes, Game 3, and the starting lineup is out for the Guardians.
Yeah,
Am I going to be happy?
You are going to be happy, Bo. I'll show you the starting lineup after a quick word
Yeah.
from Game Time. Guys, if you're looking to get tickets to any sporting event, Game Time's the only app you should be using because they put the advantage back in the hands of the fans. Game Time is fast, easy, and backed by the Game Time guarantee. You'll always get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best prices. Plus, all the fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. Download the Game Time app right now. Create an account and use promo code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, that's promo code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, and go. Download Game Time today. All right, let's see the lineup. Steve, you take Zach Meisel's tweet full here via tag board. The Guardians are going back with the young guns. You have Steven Kwan leading off, George Valera batting second, Jose third, Manzardo DHing, hitting fourth, Chase DeLauder moving up in the lineup to the fifth spot.
Yeah, that's
Arias at 6, Naylor 7, Kafis 8, and Rocchio rounding out the lineup. Bowl, you said you would run back the exact lineup from yesterday, slightly tweaked. What do you think of this?
I like it even better. I mean, when I said that, I just meant the same 9 guys, which it is the same 9 guys. I love that they moved DeLauder up in the lineup. I believe he was hitting 7th yesterday. What did they just flip-flop? Naylor? No, Arias.
No.
I think they dropped Arias and Naylor one spot each and moved up DeLauder to. Well, Kafis was hitting 8th, wasn't he?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Let me double check.
I can't remember. I think he was.
I believe Kafis was 8th, though, yes.
Yeah. I'm excited about that lineup. Let's go.
Something just came to me.
Yeah, what do you got?
The lineup yesterday was Kwan, Valera, Ramirez, Manzardo, Naylor, Arias, DeLauder, Kafis, and Rocchio.
Oh, so they just flip-flopped Naylor and DeLauder.
If that is not the opening day lineup in 2026, I'm gonna have a problem.
Well, I want it to be even better, frankly.
They better spend some money to get some other bats in here.
I want Kwan. I'm fine with Kwan, Valera, Ramirez, Manzardo, DeLauder, and Kafis. I want at least 1, if not 2, of those other 3 spots. And I know Rocchio's been good here, and I want upgrades on one of the spots with a legit major league hitter.
Do we get who's like a?
But yes, most of this lineup I want.
One of those Bazana.
Probably not. I don't think he's even ready to start. Well, we'll see. Yeah, he could be. But I want a proven major league hitter to add it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about free agents. Like, obviously,
I haven't looked over the free agency landscape yet.
But if you get a professional hitter, to throw in there some of them spots, that is a that's an interesting lineup that a G. Bush can get a hold of. See, there's 3 or 4 guys you can chart and follow through there.
Yeah. Now, the one guy who is a free agent, I'll talk about this real quick. I know, and then we'll get.
I know we kind of just
We'll talk about this more.
It's okay. We just
so last year I wanted Gleyber Torres was the guy I wanted them to sign. Right?
You kept taking the victory lap.
Right, and he's had a heck of a season.
Yes, he has.
So here's my guy next year. This is even higher game hunting, but I think this and this would displace one of the guys that I like, so it's not perfect.
Cody Bellinger.
No, better than that.
What?
Pete Alonso.
What? How you figure?
Yes.
How you figure you getting that off?
Because Pete, now it's unlikely, but remember when the Guardians signed Edwin Encarnacion?
Yes.
Like Pete Alonso is kind of in that vein. Like, how old is Pete Alonso, Mike?
34.
I think he's not that old, but he's a little older than I think. Like
32.
I think a lot of people think he's in his 20s.
He's
still.
30 years old.
How much?
Turns 31 in December.
So he turns 31. So like. Nobody offered him a big deal last year because he would have signed it. He ended up returning to the Mets to opt out after 1 year. First basemen in their 30s don't get big contracts, at least in terms of amount of years.
And we gonna DH him if we get him?
No, I play him at first base.
He's that good at first base?
Chase DeLauder? I mean, not Chase DeLauder.
Manzardo is the DH. Or you use them
okay,
whatever.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Now, what that means is, and then now DeLauder, I got to work the whole offseason to make him a legitimate center fielder.
Okay.
And then I go with either Kafis or Valera in right.
Okay.
I trade the other one. Maybe to get a catcher, maybe to get some more pitching. I like those guys, but I'd rather have Pete Alonso.
Do you think I would rather trade Valera than Kafis? Is that messed up? But Kafis is a little injury prone, but Valera came along. Valera's a late bloomer, it looks like.
I would rather trade Valera than Kefis too. I don't know how much you're getting for him, but whatever.
All right, go.
Maybe you keep him as another bench guy, whatever.
All right.
Or another possibility is move Quan to center. That probably makes more sense. I know he's great in left field. Move Quan to center.
There you go.
And let between and in left and right, you have Kefis, Valera, and DeLauder. DeLauder plays every day. And then Kefis and Valera split time in right. And
power
they
corners.
Occasionally play DH.
Got the power corners
they'll get enough at bats, right? So you don't have to trade any of them. And I know Pete Alonso is probably a long shot because he'll probably get a lot of money per year. But offer Pete Alonso a 3-year, $100 million deal.
Well,
Let's go.
I love the fact that your mind's already thinking ahead, but we got a game that
decides
the season.
But I'm just saying, if you had this lineup with Pete Alonso,
it'd be a lot different.
if you hit Pete Alonso right after Jose in the cleanup spot.
This is what happens when you start. You already in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You look like you're trying to close somebody. We get excited, McNuggets.
Yeah. I want Pete Alonso. I don't think the Mets are going to re-sign him. I think the Guardians are perfect.
He want to be there.
This is a baseball show. This is a baseball panel.
We'll talk more about that in the offseason because I'm as much of a long shot as I know it is. I'm going to be on the Pete Alonso train all
season. We got Cecconi versus Flaherty today.
Baseball
pressure now today. Back on. I feel way more on Detroit's shoulders. I did have a question. I wanted to ask you this.
I do agree. I think the pressure's all on the Tigers today.
I agree. Detroit went 1 of 15 with runners in scoring position yesterday.
And they weren't good the first day either.
They were not.
Yeah.
Is a stat like that something that just varies, or is that something that eventually mounts up and then the guys start feeling even extra pressure?
I think there's definitely. I think the Tigers are thinking think about it. The Tigers have scored 3 runs in these 2 games, and 2 of the 3 were unearned runs. Right? I mean, 3 runs. They've scored 3 runs. 2 of the 3 of their runs are unearned runs. So, and that's the first game. So they've only gotten 1 big hit. That was Baez's hit yesterday in a big spot. Otherwise, they've been completely unclutch. I mean, McKinstry had it wasn't a hit, but it was a nice safety squeeze bunt. But they've had 1 big hit in 2 games with guys in scoring position, and that was by Baez. And even on that play, it ended with an out at third base. I think the Tigers are likely to be tight in these situations. The Tigers were the best team in baseball all season long. Well, I shouldn't say that.
No.
They were the best team in the American League for the first 4 months of the season. And now they may be out of the playoffs without ever playing a home game in the playoffs.
That's
if
tough.
They lose today.
That's tough.
Nasty work.
We'll all be disappointed if the Guardians lose today, obviously. But we didn't expect anything.
Yeah.
And if the Guardians win this series, it's all gravy from there.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The Mariners, everybody thinks the Mariners are the best team in the American League now.
Beef gravy, too. Beef gravy.
Ooh, beef gravy.
Yeah,
I like
man.
beef gravy. Like beef gravy with some biscuits?
Oh, you didn't send it over the top.
What's wrong with y'all?
Maybe
y'all
throw
hungry?
a nice little scrambled egg in the mix.
Man, we got
See why? That's a
fat
big
dudes.
guy. You always got to take it over.
Always goes to food. Yeah.
Just leave it at biscuits and gravy. You don't even put the egg on there.
Okay, something to keep in mind for this game today. So you got Slade Cecconi starting the game for the Guardians. Mm-hmm. We know that the Tigers lose their minds when the Guardians bring in a lefty. They pinch hit for Riley Green yesterday. So I think maybe as early as
the 5th?
Their second time at bat, probably the third, but probably that we'll see Joey Cantillo come in this game. At some point, he's going to bring in Cantillo to pitch a few innings. Unless Slade Cecconi's just absolutely lights out. But even if he is, he's still not going to let him face those guys a third time. It just might happen later.
I'll pull him at 3rd inning. If I got enough, 3rd inning.
If the Guardians, if it's a close game, I don't know that I want Cecconi facing their good lefties, Carpenter and Green, a second time. I don't even know about a second time.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It depends how the game's going. There's no way he faces those guys a third time. 0 chance. Unless he's pitching a perfect game until that point and the Guardians have a big lead, there's no chance he's doing that.
So you got Cecconi.
Cecconi into Cantillo, very likely.
Really quick, 3rd. And then Cantillo. Then you're gonna go back to a righty.
Yes.
So who will be in there? Is it Herron?
No, Herron's a lefty. You'd probably go maybe Jacob Junis, who's pitched well for them.
Is there any chance Logan Allen gets a shot in this game too? No? I'm just asking because we know bullpen's
no, he's a lefty also.
He's a
I
sophomore
know,
on
but I'm
lefty.
saying if let's say Cantillo gets you through one round of lineup.
No, I don't think
Carpenter
so.
And
no,
Green
because
are
they
still
have
lefties.
Herron, they have Sobrowski. Those guys can both pitch today. If Josh Allen pitches, Josh Allen. Logan Allen. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
If Josh Allen pitches, something's going terribly wrong.
If Logan Allen pitches, it means the Guardians are getting smoked. Or the game has gone like 13 innings.
Josh Allen do look like a dominant pitcher, though.
He's big, like
big
Roger
unit.
Clemens.
If we bringing in Josh Allen from Buffalo.
Yeah, he's big boy.
The big unit.
Are we going out to England for Zach in
As
a
soon
minute?
as Zach's here, I'll let you guys know. He's still
So we got
plugging
3
in.
games today. By the way, before this year again, there had been sweeps in 12 of the 14 series. This year, only 1 sweep.
I wanted to ask you guys a question, and any one of you guys can start on this one, so whoever wants to take it. In a locker room, in a clubhouse, in a situation like the Guardians and the Tigers are in, do you want a serious everyone locked in mentality? Do you want it to be loose? How would you, if you were in that situation, how would you prefer the lead up to first pitch be?
I think baseball and football is different, maybe, Tyvis. I don't know what you think, but I want guys loose. I don't want to be like, let's be locked in. I think that makes you tense and uptight.
You can't.
You loosen the locker room, locked in on the field.
That's right.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, so when in high school, football was never like, all right, like it wasn't no such thing as like loose or tight for football. It was like, oh yeah, you first play, you about to get hit. So
yeah, it's different.
You're like, all right, well, I'm in the game now.
You locked in there.
But baseball is different because you have to actually play baseball like it's just you and a bunch of kids playing in the backyard. Like where
That's the attitude you got to have.
Where it's just like, hey, it's a ground ball. Like the most nerve-wracking thing ever, if you watch this, like I used to play third base. If I thought about throwing the ball to first base,
you messed the throw up.
I would throw it in there.
Yeah,
that is true though.
You got to let your instincts take over.
It's just got to be all natural.
If it's a ground ball, you got to actually zone out and just be like, I'm gonna just rely on the field work that I done put in, like backhand.
That's very true.
So you get it and you throw it, but you got to in baseball, you got to actually be acting like ain't nobody even there. Which is so hard to do.
I think Jose keeps them loose. I think they're a loose locker room, and I think they're going to be loose coming into this game. I do.
Let's make our predictions real quick because Zach's in the queue.
I think the Guardians are going to win today.
3-1. 3-2.
Guardians break it open. Timely home runs early. I got them winning this game 8-5.
3-2.
I say neither pitcher makes it through the 4th inning. Neither starting pitcher.
No.
I think it's going to be I said this yesterday. It was going to be a little bit of higher scoring more than expected. They ended up with 7 runs in the game. I think it's going to be even more than that today.
What's
I'm going
6-4 Guardians.